love. Can for ho. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to what? Break bread right now. Hit y'all with that grandmama disclaimer. Shout out to my big mama, my nana, my baby. You want sick and tired of being tired of the bullshit you're going through. Here we go. Hey, that was just a warm up. That shit you went through in 2020, that was just a warm up. And you didn't heed warning. If you didn't peep the warning, guess what? It's heating up. Oh, see, for some of y'all probably getting women. But it's probably the same people that ain't been getting women, or the same people been getting women. But be that as it may. Be that as it may. What I got to say today is recognize when it get hot, it's like we talk about in the body. When it get hot in the body burning some shit off. Burning some shit off. So the fact that it's hot all around you, we got whole so-called pandemics surrounding the sun, G. The sun. Nobody's telling y'all this, but it's the sun. You know, in some religions, it's the Christ. You know, I think it was John said it's like a fire in my bone. You feel me? Like a fire in his bone. And honestly speaking, whether you like it or not, the sun run this shit. The sun run this shit. You feel me? Like into a lot of our children, you feel me? Our sons at some point will run this shit. When we talking about this electric sun we got up above us, this fire, you feel me? It would be in your best interest. Shout out to Shabo. Definitely, man. Post your cash up. It's interest. I'm trying to use small words so everybody know what we talking about. I wanted to say some other shit, but be that as it may, it be in our best interest to eat foods that are conducive to us surviving under the heat. You feel me? Because if you ain't ready for the heat, your ass gonna get beat. And if you damn sure don't understand the vessel that is you and me, you definitely gonna get your ass whipped again. Like I always say, black people and white people could definitely get some shit right. And everybody in between, don't get me twisted. You know, shout out to my Asian folks, my Spanish folks. Shout out to the folks in general, you feel me? But we have to be real with each other and share things with each other that would be helpful to each other. But when we dealing with people hating on each other, backbiting, unappreciative of the differences that we have, like, you're gonna always find yourself in a place where it's like, dang, I can't stand this person, or I can't stand when they do this. But you gotta recognize, it's not just about them doing something. You are the antithesis for yourself. You feel a certain way for a reason, right? So as much as we would want to say people are triggering us, you have to pay attention to the things that are triggering you. Feel me? Pay attention to what triggers you. And when you recognize the different things that trigger you, work on that shit. Work on it. Hit that like button for me, family. Work on it, because you don't want to keep on being like a video game to somebody. You feel me? Where they just keep on playing you against your damn self. Because it ain't nothing but the old you keep coming back. The old you keep coming back. And the fact that you ain't dealt with the old you, shout out to Najibu. The fact that you ain't dealt with the old you feel me? Hey, you keep on having to go through the same old shit that apparently is what you go through. Shout out to my bro. Shout out to you, Ace. But it's heating up, y'all. And when it's heating up like it's heating up, I'm gonna need for y'all to get with the vibration. And for those that are with the vibration, work on maintaining it. Hit that like button for me. Work on maintaining that fire. Work on helping other people light their fires. You see what I'm saying? Once you learn, back in the ancient times, I'm pretty sure it went like this. When certain people learn how to light fires, they would go and teach other people. So that's the same thing I'm telling y'all. Like, when you get that fire lit in you, you go light that fire in somebody else. And this is the good news for those who probably been feeling drained. You feel me? You probably been feeling drained. Like everybody, time I leave from over there, I felt just depleted or defeated. Come on now. Don't. That's why we here now, so I can re-energize you and remind you like you winning. That's what they want you to think. But believe it or not, the same person that you feel like you up against or the same adversarial feeling that you have, everybody has it. So even the people that are bothering you, as sure as you walk away and feel like, dang, maybe I should have said it like this, or maybe I could have said more, or maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. Yeah, because for a lot of us, we don't realize the reason why certain people in our life keep doing the things they doing is because your approach, keep saying everybody's unique. So we can't just treat everybody like they're the same, right? So with that being said, it's like we got to pay attention to how we approach certain people. For example, I was dealing with an Aries for a long time, and I had to realize you can't tell an Aries what to do per se. You feel me? It's gonna require a lot of leverage. They'll play along with that shit for a little while, but they'll never forget how if you make them feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? If you make them feel like shit, or even if it's unintentional, you feel me? They'll never forget that. And with them being such independent individuals, you know what I'm saying? They will regain their strength. They're headstrong, and they'll leave you in the dust. And every time they see you, they'll be just like a ram, ready to buck. You feel me? Every time you see them. So you have to change your spirit at that point, because it's not about, you trying to prove a point, you tougher than somebody or whatever. A lot of times when we talking to people, we trying to get across to them, hey, this is the best thing for us to be doing right now. But if you turn somebody totally off, you turn somebody totally off, they ain't paying attention to none of that shit you talking about. So that's what we talking about now, And for a lot of us, we turning ourselves off by the things we choose to indulge in. A lot of us, we have a thing that we steady working on as far as our indulgence. Because remember, it's about maintaining, so it's not no holier than thou conversation. Where they say all have sinned and falling short. You feel me? So when it comes to maintaining your health, this is something you gotta constantly be working on. Because if you really want to have a future, if you really want to be here for a while, you're gonna have to do something today. As y'all see, I'm out here walking. I'm back on my walk shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when I don't do it on live, I just be walking around the house, and I feel like that shit look crazy, so I don't try to record that too much. Let me check out what the sister saying real quick. She said, I met a man that his therapist was making him angrier, and he wants to find another therapist. Meanwhile, he's gone to jail for domestic violence. Dang. So, one thing I say is, a lot of times when it comes to going to, so-called therapy, getting back to that conversation of us remembering that we dealing with a culture clash, aka we at war. And the fact that a lot of us keep forgetting we at war, that's why we keep on suffering. You feel me? That shit gonna happen every time. You at war and you fuck around and stumble in enemy territory. Oh, you will be taken hostage. You will be taken hostage. Now what I want to say when it comes to the domestic violence situation, what I gotta say to that is, bruh, we have to find a way, like I was saying earlier about the triggers, find a way to work on our triggers to the point other people cannot trigger us to do things that we don't want to do. The fact that somebody's making you angry, there's obviously a battle taking place within you. You was at peace or want peace, and somebody keeps bringing you what you feel like is associated with drama. So then we have to deal with our familiarities. Let's peel this onion back. Cover your nose. It might make you cry. But you have to deal with what was going on in your childhood. That's why over here we talk about how important it is to watch how we talk to our children, because the way you talk to your children becomes your inner voice. Okay? So for a lot of us, we got to make the time to forgive our parents. You feel me? Forgive our parents. And most of all, some of us might have to forgive ourselves first. Recognize a lot of times you was just sitting here through a portal, and a lot of the stuff you went through, like liking it to, if you never seen the movie, check it out. It's a movie. But check out Karate Kid. You feel me? Going through all kind of little hoops and hurdles. Like, why the fuck I gotta do this? This too easy. I don't understand it, right? But then when the time came and he had to use these strengths or skills to protect himself, the shit came online like it was nobody's business. Or like this what he do. You feel me? The only way you're gonna be able to protect yourself in these times or anytime you're going through some shit, if it's what you do. So you gotta make it a thing for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it a part of your lifestyle. Again, let's not forget this is a culture class. So I want to say this, and I want to say this a few times throughout, these series. Like, you don't have a choice whether or not you're gonna be in the fight. But the choices, the moves you make while we in this fight determine what side you are on in the fight, okay? So don't be out here willy-nilly thinking you just doing you, when truth be told, that puts you on the enemy true side at that point, when you just doing you. Because who benefit is that to? You feel me? When your acts as well as your intentions can be towards the upliftment of your people, when whose benefit would that be to? You see what I'm saying? So when you got people out here pushing you towards, you thinking you just willy-nilly, you not nobody, you're not a part of a group, your life isn't intentionalized, you feel me? Because at this point, it's not even, I wouldn't even say at this point, it's been not even about just like black or white, Asian or Spanish. Like, that shit is, I'm learning, man. That shit is just some mental handicaps that we seen fit to put on our. But at this point, as we progress as people, there are certain things that we're gonna have to assess and be ready to deal with. Like I said in the beginning, a lot of this stuff, for some people, these are not changes that they are making. Because a lot of times I'm just giving y'all I'm affirming y'all. You feel me? As y'all affirm me. But a lot of times we having to make these decisions because this is where we are in life. And for a lot of other people, they just not at that point in their life. Yeah, you had to be a badass real quick. But for other people, they just not at that point in life. And like Big Mama said, you just ain't sick and tired of being sick and tired enough. So that's why you keep playing. That's why you keep playing. Remember, when you a kid, you can't feel a lot of bumps and bruises that you make on yourself. Like, even the way that you feel it as a kid, it ain't nothing compared to how you gonna feel it when you feel it again as you get older. See what I'm saying? Like, when you hit your 30s, you start to feel some of them bumps and bruises again that you put on yourself, or, you know, happen throughout life, however you want to see it. But I would suggest you be able to see your responsibility in it, so you can respond to your ability and stop having to suffer adversity. You know, it's only adversity when you don't realize why you're going through it. When you don't realize why you're going through it. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity for you to strengthen yourself when you realize all this stuff is like wax on, wax off. You hear me? Sis Najiba, I would definitely encourage that you invite the brother over to the channel, because I want to start bringing some of my brothers on here that I talk to on a regular basis, and we keep each other encouraged. So, you know, that shit can be edifying for the people as well as my sisters that I talk to on a regular basis. So we can just show a difference, you know, show how people can be there for each other on different levels. You feel me? As well as us taking back the way it looked when we showing love to each other. We can't keep on letting other people dictate how we be there for each other. They gonna always pervert our shit because they shit perverted. So in order for that shit to be normal, lies, they gotta pervert what we do in our lives, or convert us to do the same perverted shit. That's what I say, convert us to do the same perverted shit they do. So be careful out here just picking up other people's culture. You know, at one point in time, we could say our people just didn't know. You know, our people just didn't know who we was. But at this point, it's no denying. Other than the denying that we do it amongst ourselves, you feel me? But it's no denying who we are as a people. Yes, we've been different people over time, but it don't change the facts. It don't change the fact that we have a culture that's intact, and we suffer because we don't live in that culture. We suffer because we step outside of it and act as though we don't have a culture. So for that, we suffer. But if you tired of suffering, find that this is good news, because you have a culture. Culture is meant to protect you in so many ways, right? Teach you how to eat, when to eat, what, how to dress, why we dress as such. You know, when I first started growing my hair, I started growing my hair for the purpose, not for how it was gonna look. You know what I'm saying? The perfection came after. You feel me? After the work. And quite frankly, I had received messages that, you know, these were my antennas. So I wanted to strengthen my connection. And what better way to strengthen my connection than to let my hair be naturally how the connection or the energy is making it. You feel me? The energy that surrounds our hair, it naturally makes our hair cool. I'll never forget, my mom used to always say, I comb his hair, but his hair just go right back in them little beady beads. So shoot, now my hair is in a multitude of beady beads. And quite frankly, because I appreciate me, other people appreciate, you know what I'm saying, my hair too. And shoot, glad I did it, for real. Glad I did it. And I'm saying that to say, whatever journey that you have in mind, recognize that's your spirit pulling you towards the right things. But are you going to deny yourself the right things? If you do, don't be surprised when you begin to be surrounded with the things you say you didn't want. With that job you tired of going to. With them people you can't stand. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, peep how you putting that shit out there for yourself. This is the life we create. This is the life we create. This is the life we create. And we ain't got time to sit back and hate, because if we do sit back and hate on other people, we bring that hate right back to who? Right back to you. Right back to me. It's the energy we put out that we receive. That we receive. Remember, I'm grateful to my ancestors. That people want to hear me, so I give them substance when I speak. I'm grateful to my ancestors that I can receive what I believe I can. I'm grateful that I don't have to lift a finger nor speak, but it's my actions that precede me and my gift make a way for me. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. And I'm so glad that we still in connection. Kenfo, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to what? We just broke bread right now. Lovely day.